Our subject is entitled An Islamic View of the Current Arab Uprisings. We'll continue for half an hour and then pause for the adhan of Salatul Isha, and then continue again until we finish, and then we have the Salatul Isha. Is that alright? Yeah. Let us begin by praising our brothers and sisters in Egypt and in Tunisia and in other parts of the Arab world who have responded to prolonged oppression, prolonged suffering, prolonged tyranny, relentless war on Islam, by now rising up against their oppressors. To praise them and commend them for their courage and for the example which they set, that others might follow their example. And wherever in the world there is oppression, the people might rise up courageously against the oppressor. Having said that, we now recognize that those who rule the world are the greatest oppressors that mankind has ever witnessed. Having said that, we must also now recognize that the oppression seems to be centered on Islam and Muslims, and that they are oppressing us and waging war on Islam for a particular reason. In our opinion, they are doing that on behalf of the State of Israel. This subject is located in that branch of knowledge that is known as Akhir al-Zaman. In English it is called eschatology. Eschatology. No one knows the subject of Akhir al-Zaman. No one can explain Akhir al-Zaman without the Quran. No, tak boleh. Only the Quran. And he who was sent to teach the Quran, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, only they can explain the world today. No one else can do it. And so it is time for us to return to the Quran and study the Quran, that the Quran might explain what is happening in the world today. For that, you need not only these eyes, but you also need the internal eye. Not only the intellect, but you need Noor. And Noor is not sold in the stock market. Only from Allah it comes. And Allah knows the hearts of His servant. وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَحُولُ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَقَلْبِهِ And be conscious of the fact that Allah hovers between a man and his heart. To study the Quran, we also need the correct methodology. Otherwise, you will not succeed. But tonight is not the night for us to teach methodology. We want to begin by saying that appearance and reality in many things connected with the world today are different from each other. And to say that appearance and reality in the Arab uprisings are also different from each other. The uprisings appear to be something positive for the Arabs. Freedom from oppression. The reality is that Israel is smiling because conditions are now emerging which would facilitate Israel's pursuit of its ultimate agenda. Israel wants to rule the world. And so when Europe said that all that we want to do is to find a home for the Jewish people, that's all, they told a lie. No. They didn't just want to find a home for the Jewish people. No, they wanted to create a state that would eventually rule the world. Why must Israel rule the world? The answer is located in the subject of Akhirul Zaman, Islamic eschatology. Israel must rule the world so that a man can emerge in Israel. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam described that man to us 1400 years ago. And that man will stand up in Jerusalem and declare, I am the Messiah, Al-Masih. And so he was called Al-Masih al-Dajjal, Dajjal who will claim to be the Messiah. You and I know that the true Messiah is the son of Mary, Nabi Isa alayhi salam. And so this is a false Messiah. But he was created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not by shaitan. And he was programmed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not by shaitan, to impersonate the true Messiah. And the weapons that he uses are all evil. He's an evil being. Can Allah create evil? Can Allah create evil? قل أعوذ برب الفلق قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق. Yes, Allah can create evil. Where is that evil? It is Al-Masih al-Dajjal. But in order for Dajjal to fulfill his mission, he needs help. So Allah created from Banu Adam, from human beings, He created a people and gave to them a power. So powerful they are that none but Allah can destroy them. And these people also are wicked, wicked, wicked. They tell monstrous lies. Like the one that just came out of Washington. Was it yesterday or earlier today? They are Ya'juj and Ma'juj, or Gog and Magog. And they work with Dajjal. And they commit fasad. Fasad is not just a sin. It is a crime, criminal conduct, for which punishment is given here. And the hudud gives us different punishments, but the worst punishment of all is for fasad. And that's what they do. Fasad is that which corrupts and destroys. I am writing a book now on Dajjal, but not getting enough time to write. It may take another year perhaps to finish that book. But Alhamdulillah, I have completed my book on an Islamic view of Gog and Magog in the modern world. I think it is perhaps the only book in the market. It is not pride on my part. I am not being proud and arrogant and being disrespectful when I say of much of the literature that I find on Gog and Magog today, worthy of Disneyland. And so we now, having looked at the appearance, the uprisings as positive, now want to locate the reality. Why is Israel smiling? In what way do the Arab uprisings, which are not finished, benefit Israel? Nabi Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam was asleep. The hadith is located in Sahih Bukhari. No, more than 4 times. More than 4 times in Sahih Bukhari. He was asleep at the house of his wife Zainab radiyallahu ta'ala anha. And he saw in his sleep a vision. It was something terrible. And he woke up from his sleep and his face was flushed red. And he said, Wailul lil Arab, woe unto the Arabs. Min sharrin qad iktaraba, because of a great evil which is now close. And then he raised his hands like this and he said, today a hole has been made in the barrier bit by Zulkarnain. Remember, Zulkarnain had bit that barrier with blocks of iron. And then he had poured molten copper on it. Where is this in the Quran? In Surah Al-Kahfi, yeah.